U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 14 carries, 67 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down, here's Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. To throw, Cousins. Complete to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Cousins on 4th down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the ground, Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Daron Payne. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A timeout here for an injured player. Definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 33. Rosas' kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. The Chargers hit 6-5 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. To throw is Cousins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Rumph in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Cousins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. On second and goal, Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Now Herbert, third and goal. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And this is so uncharacteristic for him this season. Back-to-back interceptions from a guy who's taken really good care of the ball so far this season. Got to give credit to the defensive coaches, the players on the opposing sideline. Excellent preparation, even better execution.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the 16, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Eckler is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Herbert off of play action. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Danielle Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
From the 39, Herbert got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Herbert back to the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll drop this one off to Eckler. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Second down and goal. Herbert firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Cousins now from the 50. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Again, it's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Rosa's kick is good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Herbert now. Forced out to his left. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting...
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now out comes Minnesota. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Eckler again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw on third down. Herbert, throw right side, complete to Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. On is the Chargers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, look at the juke. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now Cousins. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 57 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Setting up the screen, here's Spiller. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd and 3 from the 9. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. On 2nd and goal. Herbert back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. From the gun on third down, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And out across midfield down to the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Cousins now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins again. Short little throw to Ebron. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jet sweep. Here comes Marshall. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Third and 2, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's Herbert. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one. So for the Chargers, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.